Hi guys, this is Salek from Robin.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to download and install the latest Android 15 OxygenOS 15 build on your OnePlus 11. So the OEM has recently rolled out the update, and with this you get quite a lot of new features as you could see in this changelog. But as of now, they haven't shared the update file. For this, you will have to apply in their candidate program, and once you get selected, you will then receive the OTA update. But as of now, not many have got this update. So if you are among those set of users, then fret not, because in this video I have got hold of the update zip file and I will share the file with you and then let you know the steps using which you could install the update onto your phone right away. So with that in mind, please take a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. You may get hold of all the new features in this build from my guide and have a look at these features. Anyways, moving on. First and foremost, let me show you the various builds for the OxygenOS 15, Android 15. So the update version at the time of recording is the first one, which is the CPS 2447-1500-201, and is for the India variant IN. The rest of the variants for North America and Europe will be rolled out in a few weeks. So as of now, I have got hold of the India variant zip file. So and I have uploaded the zip file on the Google Drive. So you may simply go to the Google Drive over here and download the file from this link. Or apart from that, you may also take a manual approach. In the manual approach, you can install the Oxygen Updater app. This is the app. Once you have installed the app, okay, just a minute, let me connect my phone to the Wi-Fi as well. And once you have installed the app, you will have to launch it. Let me show you the entire process from scratch. It will be easier for you, so just give me a second. So let's force stop the app and now launch it. Once I open the app, so as soon as you do so, you will have to go to the settings menu. From the settings menu, change the update method to stable full and change and enable the advanced mode from here. You will get a prompt, tap on enable. So again, I'm repeating, first off, go to the settings menu. From there, change the update method to stable full and enable the advanced mode as well and tap on enable. Then go to the downloads page and you will now get the latest update, which is the CPS 247 OxygenOS 15 build based on Android 15. Tap on download and the file will be downloaded. So in our case, we have now got the file and the file is placed in the internal storage. Let me show you the update file. So just a second. This is the update file. So with this, we have got the update file. So you may either use my Google Drive file where I have shared it, or you may simply download it from this link as well. Apart from that, some users have shared the file on Telegram as well. You may also get hold of it from the Telegram link, but that is no longer required because you now have the entire firmware on Google Drive as well or from the app. These two are the recommended and advised method. This is an older method, though it still work, but it's not recommended now. Simply either use the update 2 or the update 1 method. And once you have got the file, let me now show you how to install it onto your phone. For that, we'll be using the local install method. So in this regard, if your phone is currently unlocked, I mean the bootloader is currently unlocked, or if it's rooted, which is the case in my case, so then you will get the DM Verity is disabled, please check password unlock status error message. That is completely normal. I'll show you how to fix that as well. But this will only happen if the bootloader is unlocked, or if the device is rooted. If your phone is completely stock, then you will not get this error message. In my case, I might get this error message because my phone is currently unlocked and it has obtained root via Magisk as well. Anyways, let's see what happens. So first off, let me show you how to install this latest OxygenOS 15 build onto your phone. So for that, you will have to enable developer option. Okay, one more thing. First off, turn off the Wi-Fi. Now go to the settings menu and now you may enable the developer option. So go to settings, about device, then go to version and tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer option. So let's go to the additional settings and you should now see developer option. That's it. And now again go back. Now go to about device, tap on OxygenOS, then tap on the overflow icon. And as you could see, we are now getting the local install option. If the local install in your case is gray out or not visible, then you will have to go to the app section from here. Go to app management and show system and search for the software app, software update. Then go to storage usage and tap on clear data, tap on delete. This will remove all the pending updates which had been downloaded on your phone. So once that is done, you will again have to go back and now go to the about device OxygenOS, and the local install will now be shown on your phone. So tap on local install and let's now choose the file. If your phone is completely stock, that is if it's non-rooted and the bootloader is currently logged, then the installation will start. But in my case, as you could see, the DM Verity is disabled. I'm getting a verification failed message. So I have to fix this issue as well. But in your case, if it's stock, then the installation will now start and the install will take around quite some time, around 15-20 minutes. So you have to wait for some time. But if you are getting this error message, let me show you once again. Then let's rectify the issue. So if the bootloader is currently unlocked on your phone, then you also have to obtain root via Magisk. In my case, I've already obtained root. And once you have got the root, install the Termux app from Play Store or the F-Droid. Once you have installed the Termux app, type in SU, hit enter. You will get a prompt, tap on grant. And now you will have to type in this command. Let me show you. For Magisk, this is the command, reset prop. So just give me a second, reset prop, then space dot arrow space arrow dot boot dot verity mode space enforcing. So this is the command for Magisk. Likewise, hit enter and our task stands complete. And now let's do a local install. So first let's close it from the recent menu and once again go to the settings menu on your phone. Now about device, OxygenOS local install. Now choose the OxygenOS 15 build, and as you could see, we could now easily install the update onto our phone without any issue as such. Let me take a screenshot and that's it. Now tap on extract. The extraction will now begin and the file will be installed onto your phone. After extraction, it will then verify the file as well, and the entire process takes quite some time. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, the extraction is now complete and it's now verifying the package. Once the verification is complete as well, you will get the install button. So just tap on install and the update file will now be installed onto your phone, and this will not take longer. The maximum amount of time was taken during the extraction process. For extraction, it took around 15 to 20 minutes. Then the file verification took only a few seconds, and now the update will be installed, during which the files and all the apps will be optimized for Android 15 as well. And this also does not take much time. So let's just wait for the time frame. So guys, as you could see, currently the apps are being optimized and this will only take a few more seconds. And after that, your phone will boot to the OS. Do note that it might take a little bit longer for the phone to boot to the OS, but this is just a one-time delay. From the subsequent time, it will not take that much longer. And with this, we are now inside the OxygenOS 15 based on Android 15. So let me show you that as well. So the UI, okay, so the notification and the QoS settings have now been separated. You may choose the split option for that to apply and hit apply. And from the left, you will get the notification drawer with no QoS tiles. And from the right, you will only get the QoS tiles with no notifications. As you could see, similar to how the iOS works in iPhone. Then apart from that, this is the app drawer. So let's have a look at the few of the features that it beholds. So I've given a list of all the features on my guide as well. So anyways, let's look from here. So there are quite a few animation tweaks as well as the AI features. I generally don't use many AI tweaks. So let's skip circle to search. So long press on the pill and you may now hit continue, and whatever is there on the screen. So let's circle the Google Drive icon, and you will have to be online. That's quite obvious. So let me just connect my phone to Wi-Fi. This will take only a few seconds. So just give me a few seconds and it's now connected. So let's try it once again. And let me now simply circle the files icon and it will show you the result. As you could see, this is the Google files and all the results from here. Likewise, you may search while watching any YouTube video or doing anything of your choice. This is the Magisk app. For example, if I search over here for the Magisk, and it will bring out the result as well. So this is quite a nifty addition. Then apart from that, visual effects are there. Then quite a few themes in the AOD, the lock screen and the home screen. So let's have a look at the theme as well. Settings, and this is the revamped settings menu, as you could see. So within that, let's go to the wallpaper and style. And from here you could see these are quite a lot of themes, and this UI is also quite impressive. So let me apply this theme and have a look at the result. These are the Flux themes and it's now implemented. So apart from that, you may also go to the theme store and apply any other theme of your choice. Then these are the various wallpapers that you could choose from. The classic, the live, sublime, sleek, aerial view, light and shadow composition. So you may choose from all of these wallpaper styles or go to the wallpaper store and download more wallpapers from there. So then go to the AOD, the seamless or the classic. So seamless looks quite great. Display settings. So you may enable it all day or during the power saving it will not be shown. Let me enable it for all day. This will lead to additional battery drainage, but that's fine with me. Then these are the various AOD styles and the few system styles as well. You may go to the carbon footprint, got it, and customize it as per the liking. Add text over here as well and show or hide more information. Then apart from AOD, the clock color blending and AI feature in the lock screen as well. So first off, here are the various fonts that you could choose from. Then these are the icon styles. Let me have, this is the radiance icon, this is the shadow. This does not look quite nice material, pebble. And you may also choose any custom icon style of your choice. The art icons, redesign icon for third-party icons. Then you may increase or decrease the app icon name, app size as well, and show or hide the label. Then user interface colors. So these are the various themes that you could choose from. The featured colors, as you could see, these are the changes that will take place in the buttons and all the UI tweaks. So let me show you. If we go to the two-tone, so the change is now implemented. Let's go with the Alpine, and the colors will now be green over here in the QS styles, as you could see, and the rest of when will be orange. Then wallpaper colors as well, you could also choose from the currently applied wallpaper. It's the Material UI theming engine. So whatever is the dominant color in the wallpaper, it will be applied across the entire UI and UX of the OS. And there are quite a lot of UI QS styles added over here. Apart from that, the AOD and all such stuff. So live photo editing, floating window. You can swipe down a notification banner to open a floating window. So let's have a look at the floating window as well. So let me first search for this feature, floating window, and it's there. So you may have a look at this feature. As you could see, swipe up to open the floating window, swipe up from the bottom of the screen and move towards the upper right. So this app does not support floating windows. So anyways, let me choose the My Files app. And as you could see, it's at the top right. You may place it anywhere on the screen. Then you may also increase their size. This is quite a great feature. As you could see, then you may place it anywhere you want. And the app will still function inside this small window as well. Swipe up to close and swipe down to switch to full screen display. So you may do a swipe up to close it or do a swipe down and it will go a full screen display. I might have to work. So okay, so this is how it will work. Let me show you once again. Swipe down from here and it will get the full screen feature. Let me show you once again. And swipe up and it will be gone. So this is quite a nifty addition. And apart from that, battery charging. So the charging limit feature will automatically stop the charging at 80% and then will charge for the rest of the time in a slower speed to optimize the battery life. Okay, one more feature. So as you might be aware, the calculator app once again has brought back the feature of OnePlus. The Easter egg is back once again. As you could see, I don't know why they had removed it in the first place. Thankfully, it's back once again. And the new home screen clock widget, let me have a look at that as well. So wallpaper widgets. So these are the various clock style widgets that you could choose from. And apart from that, new wallpapers are added as well. Icon design, swipe up to enable split view. Apps in large folders can now be displayed in 3x3 grids. So currently we don't have any large, so you may enlarge the folder as well. As you could see, it's enlarged, and you could place more apps over here. Then likewise, you may long press on it and shrink the folder and bring back the icons to their default location. Apart from that, there are quite a lot of new features, as you could see, for you to check out. So the private space is also there. It should be under security and privacy. So you will have to set up a screen lock. For the ease of convenience, let's go with a pattern. Although it's quite unsafe, but for the sake of reference, I'm just showing it. The pattern is the easiest to crack, but let's go with this one. Let me turn off fingerprint for now, so pattern is in use. And now let's go to the privacy control, or rather, well, the private safe option should be here itself. In the private safe, set password. Okay, so we have to set up a password. Confirm the password for private safe. Security question XYZ. Confirm. And then you may add your private files and store here, and then they will all be remain safe and encrypted over here, and they will not be able to be accessed by anyone until and unless they know the password. Then likewise, you may also hide the app as well. In the app lock, just enable the toggle next to required apps and they will be hidden. Enable the toggle here and then add the app to the app lock, and you will not be able to access it from here until and unless you type in the password, as you could see. And there are quite a lot of new features as well. So guys, on that note, I round off this video. Just to repeat, at the time of recording this video, the update is only live in the India variant, in the India region, with the following firmware version. But OnePlus has not rolled out the update. As of now, the update zip file is not there in the official page. With that said, you may still get hold of the update file from my guide. I've uploaded the update zip file in the Google Drive, or you may also install the update using the Oxygen Updater app. And if your phone is currently unlocked bootloader, then you might face an issue with regards to the DM Verity is disabled. In that case, you will have to obtain root on your phone via Magisk and then rectify the issue using the Termux method. Just type in the command and the issue will be fixed. On the other hand, if your phone is currently stock, then you will not get any error message and the installation will now start. Regarding the installation, it will first extract the file, which will take up to around 10 to 15 minutes, and then it will verify the file and then install it, and the entire process will be done in 20-25 minutes, and then you will be back with the new OS. So at the time of recording, although it's not the stable build, but it's not beta as well, so there shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. With that said, still make sure to take a backup beforehand, and if you are facing any UI UX bugs or some apps are not working along the expected line, then in that case you will have to do a factory reset to start afresh and the issue will be fixed. So guys, with that in mind, we round up this video. As and when there is any new update file, we will upload it in this guide itself. You must simply get hold of the update from here and install it using the steps given here. For EU and IN region, it's different, as I've shown you in the video, via the local install, and for NA it's completely different. For North America region, you have to use the APK file and then get the job done. So guys, on that note, we round up this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.